All right, guys. Thank you so much for hopping on. Hold on one sec. I know you guys get like so many calls during the week, but this one was special to me because, I look back on the past 2.5 years and I think, like, what did I do to get here? Or what was the thing that helped me go from coach or emerald to where I am right now, right? And I I feel like so much in this team we like do. Like we're always on to the next thing. We're always like, okay, what's the next goal I can hit? What's the next thing I can push myself with? And I think we forget sometimes to like stop, hold up, breathe, reflect, remember why we started this in the first place. So I want to kind of take you back to where I was day one for a hot second, because I don't feel like I talk about it a lot. So like, I did not want to be a part of any of this, if you guys don't know that. I literally was the person who said no. And that's funny to look back and think, because I'm like, wow, look at what I would miss out on if I had said no, right? Like just sitting on this call, Amy wouldn't lose almost 50 pounds. Brittany wouldn't feel good and connect with 3 new friends this month. Jordan wouldn't have gone to Summit. Noelle wouldn't have gone to Summit with me and talked to me every single day. You know what I mean? Like, so for me, when I first joined, it was for community. It was because I really didn't have friends in Atlanta, or at least friends that I wanted to spend a lot of time with. And that's kind of like sad looking back, but it's the darn truth. And it's crazy to think now, because I'm like, wow, I have friends in like every city. You tell me where they are, I'll tell you somebody I know. But it really was, I had that point where I was just like, what do I want out of life, right? Like you work so hard to get to a goal of getting a job. And then it's like, okay, but like, what do I work for next, right? Maybe you have goals in your job or whatever, but there's not many companies that push you beyond your personal growth or pay you to become a better person, right? They may pay you to check in each day and do your job and what you're told. But I don't know many companies that will reward you for becoming a better person and helping other people do the same. And that's pretty cool. So I hope you guys know like the gift that you have with this opportunity, right? So when I think back to like what this whole thing is about, it's really, we help people do hard things. Is the simplest form of what a coach is. It's not selling. It's not a product. Yes, we love Shakeology, but the basis of this company for me and coaching in general is, who can I help today? Who can I make smile? Who can I give to? And that's my nature. Like I'm a giver. Noelle knows, like I love giving gifts. I'm like, ooh, who can I help do something really hard this week so that I can go and buy a gift this weekend? Because I just love doing that. I love surprising you guys and making you feel special, because most of us don't get that from our regular jobs. It's like, what did you do wrong? Or what did you not do up to par? Or what do you need to improve on? It's never like, hey, Brittany, great job today. Like you rocked it. And I think we just don't hear that enough. So I think what drives me in this business is like, yes, teaching, but I think going back to that state of growth and remembering that what got me to where I am today as a coach is just staying in that state of growth and always be willing to learn and grow. And so when I got presented this goal to go to a new leaders conference to represent our team, I was like, I need to be there. Number one, I have fear of missing out. But I also just knew that it would transform the way that I could help you guys. And I could help other women listening in right now believe in themselves again and know that there's something outside of a 9-to-5. There's purpose and passion that can change other people's lives and change your life at the same time. And that's a really powerful thing. And so I think so often in life, we just go, that we forget what's really important, right? It's relationships and people and community. And I can honestly 110% out of every event that I've gone to, you guys know I've gone to Super Saturdays, plenty of them. I've gone to Summit twice now. I've been to our team retreats. This event was very different. It was a family atmosphere. It was very small. It was very one-on-one. After every single session, the Beachbody corporate came around and asked us, what did you learn from this session? What did you get out of this session? What was important to you? What can we do to improve our systems? What can we do to help your team see success? That's really cool. Like, and I took everything that our team is going through. Hey guys on the phone, I'm just meeting you. And I brought it to them. You know, I said, there's this stigma that we're a sales company. But we're not. And I've never looked at Beachbody that way, you know, whatever I said. I've looked at it as a place for me to grow as a person, first and foremost. And getting to events always has been the shift when I look back on my growth as a leader. They've always pushed me more. They've reminded me that this is a people business, because so often I sit behind a computer screen and go live and type messages, but it's the connectivity that really makes a difference. So I went to this weekend. I had one girl from our larger team. I actually went to college with her and I knew her. And then two of the other girls that stayed with me Thursday night, I had met them on social media. How freaking cool, which some of you I have too. But they've become some of my greatest best friends. They've become people that I know, love, and trust, and I dream big with. And I ask them about their systems, and I ask them to share what's going well and how I can improve. And it's those conversations you can't buy, right? Like, I can't buy that with an eyeliner or a pair of leggings. I'm sorry, I love other companies, but you just can't. I'm sorry, it's true. And for me, in these events, like NLC was way different than a lot of the other events. And I know you guys haven't been to that many, but you know, Summit's going to be this thing where there's 25,000 people and it's like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I'm running everywhere. It's going to be exhausting at the end of the weekend. It's going to be thrilling. But this event was, it was still exhausting just because I loved it and it was a lot of training, but it made me reconnect to my why. And it made me reconnect to why this team isn't just like challenge packs and Shakeology guys. I hope you guys know that by now. But it really is, you guys are my family, you know? And I lean on you to do hard things, and we push each other outside of our comfort zone to do hard things because it will benefit other people when we step outside our comfort zone and show them that we can do this, right? So I want to share some quotes. I kind of wrote down some things that I took away from this conference, and I hopefully can share with you guys some things that you can implement and start working towards, because we have a lot of trainings coming up soon and a lot of fun things. So now is the time to work for your why. Okay. So the number one thing I wrote down is we help people do hard things, right? Like, all I do all day, I feel like, is ask people, you know, what are you struggling with? What is something I can help you with? What is the thing that's holding you back right now? What is your favorite cheat meal? What is the thing that is just an excuse for you right now? And I love having those conversations because it reminds me of like what I'm doing right now. Like right now, nutrition is really hard for me. I'll 100% admit. It is my vice. Like, I love food, but Beachbody gives me a reason to get back on the wagon, right? It gives me, I mean, I had tons of wine this weekend. Don't worry about that. But it gives me a reason to set a plan in place and work for a goal again and not have to think about it because it's already there for me. So we get to help people do hard things, and I feel like help ourselves do hard things through this journey. I mean, there's a lot of things over the past 2.5 years. I wouldn't share transformation pictures like I did today 2 years ago. Heck no. But now I just don't care because I like have changed my mindset in the way that I'm very confident with who I am and the way that I see myself. And so what anybody else says about me, you know, yeah, I still get punches to the face sometimes, but you just let it roll off your shoulder. So that was the number one thing. The number two thing is great is learned and transferred. So everything Noelle and I have developed as leaders that we like share with you guys, you just learned it. That's pretty cool. So the only difference between where we are and where you guys are is we committed to staying in the state of learning and being a student. I don't know if you've heard me say that before, but it really is, right? Like getting on YouTube and figuring things out, being resourceful with your resources because there's endless amounts of them, but like picking one thing and taking it and mastering it, and then picking the next thing and taking and mastering it. Because you could take in 5 things tonight and be like, whoa, I don't know where to go with this. But all you have to do is pick one thing that you know is going to take you to the next level, whether that's learning how to communicate with people or learning to put yourself out there on social media, right? Always tough one. Or learning how to fit personal development in your busy schedule. Whatever that is for you, you just have to pick one thing week to week and really master this. Sorry, there's kids around. The crap out of it, really go full force at it and not do everything, but just focus on one thing. A lot of people do that with their health and fitness journeys, right? They want to lose everything all at once and do everything all at once. And so they go on this big crash diet and it has all these elements and all these things that they have to focus on. And then they just give up. It's because they didn't start with that one thing. I bet you guys could guess what it is. Anybody? W? I don't get that. Mindset. That's where it starts. Mindset. People aren't willing to change their mind or their why. That's the kind of the same thing, Noelle. I like it. I was going for Wonder Woman or something, and I didn't connect to you on that one. But your mindset, it starts in your head. And anything you want to do with this opportunity is all in your head. It's like a blessing and a curse, right? The biggest muscle in your body is between your 2 ears, and you get to control it. So pick one thing and master it and go after it. That was my second tip. Number 3 is invite people into your journal. I use what I share on social media, like I'm being super transparent, and my live video is really bad on the lighting right now, but I'm sharing them of how I teach you, because our tribe is growing this year. It is going to grow with people who want to learn and develop themselves from the inside out. It's going to grow with leaders who want to help people change their life. It's going to grow with people that want to travel and want to stop living paycheck to paycheck and want to go and buy that dress at full price without thinking twice because it just makes them happy. That's the tribe that I want to grow. And I hope you guys want to grow alongside of you because, like attracts like. So when I share things, it's my journal, it's my accountability, it's my way of letting people be a part of my story and letting them see that I am busy. I do travel a lot. I do have a crazy schedule, and I'm running basically 2 jobs right now, and I'm still focusing on my health and fitness. And so if you can do it and I can do it, they can do it, right? So it's just being consistent and showing up is 80% of what you need to do. Just showing up every single day, because 80% of the battle is consistency. 90% of the population is not doing it, because that's why we have an obesity epidemic, right? That's why we have people that struggle with going to the fast food line every single day. That's why we struggle with people grabbing sweets and 5 coffees a day. And we get to help them overcome those things, and it starts in your mind. So by you sharing what you're doing, it's giving people a gift. It's inviting them in to say, hey, if I can do this, so can you, right? It's just being really real and transparent. It's very simple, but it's your chance to be imperfect and show those flaws and let it all hang out, right? Like if I walked you around my apartment right now, you would literally probably cringe. And I love being clean, but there is laundry everywhere. There's dishes in the sink. There is sweaty clothes in the bathroom all over, but it doesn't align with my goals right now. I might not have a sports bra for tomorrow's workout, but it's just not my priority. Whatever, I'll wash it tonight. But that's me real and raw, Sometimes helping other people overcome their doubts and fears is really more important to me than doing laundry. That's my truth. You know, sometimes you have to pick those battles. If you have a spouse, that's something that you can ask them to maybe chip in on and show them that you're serious about this by hitting Success Club in March, right? And by helping 3 people this month and proving, hey, I really want to do this. Can you help me do X, Y, and Z this month so that I can help 3 women get started on this journey alongside of me? And when they see those people get transformations and you pin them up on your wall, they're going to be like, oh, I get it now. Like, I talk to my grandma almost every other day, and I share about our team, and I share about our challenge groups, and I share about what's going on so that I can practice to share this with people that I want on my tribe. And that's how I've gotten to do these live calls, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. But I show her when I go home, because she doesn't have an iPhone. I show her you guys transformations. And they're like, whoa, like they get it, you know? It's proof. It's cold hard proof that this works. And it's not a quick fix. And it's not like Amy couldn't have lost 50 pounds in 1 month. That would be ridiculous. But she put in the time for the past 365 days. And she shows up. And so that's all you got to do. All right. This is a gift to me. It's not a job. Sometimes it feels like a job, right? We got to check in, check out, do those kind of things. It shouldn't. And if you get to that point, you need to kind of check yourself. But it's a gift to me. It's a gift to write down the names that I've gotten to help over the 2.5 years. And sometimes I have to check myself and be like, okay, I really got to talk to that person, or I really have to reconnect with them, because it is a relationship business. And as you grow bigger, you know, you got to check, how am I kind of keeping in track with all these people? But that's why you have a team to support you on that, because you don't have to figure it all out yourself. I think so often people think coaching is like this big, complicated thing. It's really not. It's you getting a transformation and plugging into a program, right? It's sharing that and then inviting other people to join your journey, and then teaching your coaches to do the same thing. Kind of simple, right? You're like, oh, Danielle, you're so right. I know. But it is. It's a gift to me. It's a gift to help you guys get over your excuses and your fears and your doubts, and just do, and just take action. Most people right now at 8 o'clock at night are sitting on their couch and they're watching TV. And you want to know how I know that? It's because I used to be that girl. I used to waste 2-3 hours a night watching TV. That is insane. I still love Real Housewives. It's a guilty pleasure. But that's time that you're watching somebody else's life. Kind of crazy when you think about how many hours we pour into that. And I'm not saying you should give up TV 100%, but I chose over the past at least year that I was going to give up cable, and I canceled my cable this fall because it was a distraction and it didn't align with my goals. And most people look at me like I'm crazy because I never know what's on the news. I never know what is going on in the world. Hey, Ryan. But I do know that this has brought me joy, and I want more of it, and I can't get enough of it. And it's a gift I can't stop giving because of people like, finally, like Brittany. If I hadn't shared my journey, she wouldn't be here tonight. You know, if I hadn't shared my journey, other people wouldn't be listening right now. But when you just treat this as a selfless gift and you stop caring about what other people think, because it's, I hate to break it to you guys, like, it's not about you when you coach. Maybe you didn't know that, and you're like, well, I have to share my journey every day, but it's not about you. I don't pour into this business for myself. Like, yeah, it's to hold me accountable, but I pour into this business to help other people, because I've worked really hard the past 2.5 years to allow myself to get to the point to help others. And when you can have that first person get a transformation and feel so damn good and have that belief inside of them, that's what this is about. And so something I didn't bring over here, but I made, I'm so mad. It's somewhere in my house. It's too messy. I made a transformation binder at the end of last year. And I encourage all of you to start one now if you have not. So what you do is you ask your challengers for their before selfie. It is the ultimate accountability, because when my challengers are investing time and money into this program and into this accountability group, I don't want them to just do a program. I want them to prove to me, you're going to write down your numbers. You're going to write down your measurements. You're going to show me that before photo. And most of them freak out when I say that live. But hey, Erica, there's your call out. My best friend's in St. Martin right now. Sorry. I put that down because I get to show them in 30 days what they've accomplished. Again, it's that moment of reflection. Most of us don't do it because we're too busy. But that's your job, to get them a transformation. And that's what you guys should be focusing on, right? So selfless. And post your before picture in the group. Ask them to do the same. And then what you do is each week you ask them for a progress photo. Oh, shiz. I got to show my mirror selfie every week? Yeah, you do, right? You paid for this. You put your time and money into it, and you're sacrificing whatever out of your life to do it. Yeah. And so each week you have a progress photo from them. And then the last week you can say, oh my goodness, look at Sarah. She lost 10 pounds this month, and you celebrate her publicly. You ask if you can share the transformation, but regardless, you celebrate them, because that's what this is about: recognition and building women up and empowering other people to keep staying on the journey, to keep staying consistent. Do you see how all of the things that we teach our challengers are the same things we teach our coaches? It's very one and the same when you think about it. So one blends into the other. And a lot of people think, oh, here's life and here's Beachbody. No. They're one and the same. Beachbody forces you to have not exponential growth. What's the word I'm looking for? It forces you to grow very fast. That's not a cool word, exponential, but it forces you to face your doubts and that negative voice inside your head on, like nothing else in your life, probably, unless you're doing other things. But it forces you to have personal growth very fast. And that brings out a lot of things, right? It starts questioning ourselves. Are we doing the right thing? Is this the right thing for us? But it really is. Beachbody's not taking away from your life. Beachbody is complementing you. It's forcing you to get on a healthy lifestyle for the long term. And it's forcing you to work on your mindset to make that happen. And that scares a lot of people. It freaks them out because it's not just checking into the gym and lifting some weights. That's not going to change your life. Sorry if you don't know that, but it's not, right? It starts in the mind. So, you don't convince people to share this. You show them, you inspire them, you motivate them, you build them up so much that everything they're already doing is the same thing as being a coach. And so it's a natural progression. I think I've had 7 of my health bet challengers, including Brittany, she wasn't in the health bet, transfer from challenger to coach in the past 6 weeks. 7. That's not because I'm doing anything amazing. It's because I helped them get a transformation. I helped them get on a consistent health and fitness journey. And then I showed them, hey, you could do this too. You're already doing what I do. And it's a seamless transition, and it's not scary. And I don't force them. I just motivate them, and I love on them, and I push them outside their comfort zone. But it's so much easier on your end because you don't want to become a coach and force people to do things. I don't jam this down people's throats. I build it on my relationships with them because I truly 100% wholeheartedly, genuinely want to help them see results. And that's the honest truth. So I think that, you have to be selfless and lead with a servant's heart. And remember, again, it's not about you. So when you're having conversations with people, would I sit here and tell Noelle, I went to the park today and then I got a smoothie and then I went on a date and then I got this new outfit and you would ask her questions about herself, right? You would say, hey, I saw this awesome shirt and thought of you today. What are you doing for lunch or something silly? I think we just build this up in our head that it has to be this big, long, huge thing, and it's really not. It's just having a friendship. And again, that goes back to why I started this in the first place. I just wanted friends. And I wanted to build a tribe of women with people I actually want to hang out with, because I want to hang out with you guys in New Orleans, and I'm super pumped about it. It's going to be here before we know it. So, okay, so then you have in your head, I can do this. Now what? What's my plan? What do I do? Oh my gosh. You just have to focus on helping people. No matter what, no matter how tired you are, no matter how busy your schedule is, you have to have a plan in place. And so what I'd encourage all of you to do is open up Google Calendar after this call and literally plan out your day. Put when you go to work. Put when you're going to shower each day. Put when you're doing your workout each day. And then share it with your spouse so that they know, hey, from 7 to 9 p.m., I have a team call and I am going to be tied up. Like, can we split dinner that night or whatever? Communication is the key to this business. I heard Melanie Mitro this past weekend, and she is like on point, always damn consistent, always shows up on her game all the time. It just started with a simple Google Calendar. And I'm going to post a lot of the slides for you guys to see from this weekend so you can kind of go through them. But it was just like, here's when my team call is, here's when I'm taking the kids to the park, here's when I have whatever work, literally plan in everything in your schedule. And it sounds silly, but it gives you permission to say, hey, for 2 hours, I need to plug into my challengers. I need to plug into this coaching business, and I need to go wholeheartedly 100% into it. Right? It's just being cordial. We forget about that, but it's true. And then keep helping people in the front of your mind always. Your goal this year should be, how many transformations can I get? And fill that binder to the top. Not because you want to hit Success Club or you want points on the board or you want to get to a certain rank, because you 100% want to help people see a transformation like you guys have. And there is something that you've transformed with, whether it's your mindset, your finances. Maybe you made $100 last month and you put that towards something, or you don't pay for your Shakeology anymore. You got your nails done. I remember Amy sharing that with me the first time when she's like, I didn't have to pay to get my nails done, and it was awesome. Like, those little things are so key, right? So I want you guys to buy a binder this weekend and start filling it with your current challengers, no matter what they're doing or where they are, and reconnect with your old ones if you've been doing this for a while. And ask them, show them, hey, I'm starting this transformation binder. I'd love for you to be one of them in there. I mean, think how powerful that would be if you showed that to somebody. It's pretty awesome. You guys can share publicly about it. There's your idea. Okay, so something else that I connected with is Ashley Smith is the number 8 coach in the network, and I am going to announce something at the end of this call that I'm going to be doing with her soon. Let me get some wine. So she talked about this vision vessel. If you guys had no barriers in your life, what would your life look like? So if you didn't have to show up to work tomorrow, if you didn't have to check in with a boss, if you didn't have to pay your bills, I know, dream life, right? But what would you do with your days? What would that vision look like for you? Would it be traveling? Would it be spending quality time with your spouse and doing something fun each day? Would it be taking Nolan to the park and running around his little craziness? Because I'm sure he's going to be walking soon. Would it be, I don't know, what would it be? I want you guys to think about that, because that vision vessel is going to be the vehicle to take you to where you want to go in your 5-year vision. Notice I didn't say year, I didn't say month, I said 5-year vision. Because that's how I treat this. Right? It's a gift. It's something that I'm going to hold on to for the rest of my life. I'll be that grandma working out, punching quarter force, I hope you guys will be with me. But that's the way that I think about this. It has to be a strong vision for what would you do with your life if you didn't have any barriers. And I really love the vision vessel. I just thought that was such a cool topic. But she said you can't have a vision vessel without a mission behind it. Something that drives that vessel. What do you want to do for others through your life's work? I was like, whoa, that is crazy. Because like we think so much about, oh, I want to pay off this bill, or I want to buy this new car, or I want to provide for my future son. But like, what would you guys give if you had endless finances? Like, what would be a cause that would be important to you? I know for me personally, my great aunt just passed away of Alzheimer's, and it broke my heart to see her suffer through that for a decade. If I can help find a cure for that, or put more time into that, or volunteer for that, that would really make an impact on my life, and I think others too. I would love to be more involved with my old schools and teach students how to view design and how they can look outside the box. You know, these are things that I think about with my mission. And of course, you guys are a big part of that. Being able to teach you how to break through your barriers to get that vision vessel moving, and to believe that those little setbacks of somebody telling you no to an invite, or hearing a negative message, or getting a comment on your post that's like, they don't get it. Who cares, right? Because it's not about them. And those people are most likely watching right now thinking, what the heck is this girl talking about? But just show them. Because our mission together is to empower, I think we would all agree on this, to empower other women to believe in themselves again. That is what the heart of what our team is to me. And dreams don't work unless you do. I got to throw that one in, a little tough love. Because it doesn't, right? Everything in this business is easy, but it's hard, and that you have to work on your mindset harder than you do anything else. You have to work on yourself harder than you do anything in yourself. Trying out of words there. But you really do. Like, I can't give to you guys if I don't fill my cup first. I can't show up on social media and share my heart unless I fill my cup first, 60 to 80% of the time. And then you have to hold yourself accountable. Am I going to show up today, or am I going to sit back and watch? And every day you make a choice to move closer to your goals or farther away from your goals. And that's kind of like, oh gosh, Danielle, you got me. Because there's going to be punches in life. But everything that you work for, guys, yeah, this is hard work because it's people work, but it's so fulfilling when you get to see that person stand up. And like, every time Amy posts a transformation, she has no idea. My heart like starts beating out of my chest, because I'm just like, I remember that message I got in February last year of her just like, oh, so I'm going to buy this challenge bag and it's going to change my life. And you're like, oh crap, do I really want to say it's going to change your life? But I believed in it. And so I was confident that, yeah, it is going to, I mean, I don't think I actually said, yeah, it's going to change your life, but I said, trust me, give it a month and let's try it out. I think you all are confident enough to say that to somebody, right? Because they have to show up and do the work. And when people fall off or they quit, it's not you, it's not Beachbody, it's them. They didn't meet you halfway. But you can still check yourself and say, oh, could I have done something better? How can I learn from this, right? But the reality is, people are going to quit. People are going to cancel. People are going to say things about what we do because it's not normal what we do. We're building the potential for $1 million business on social media. And yeah, money is a part of it, but making an impact is also a big part of it. And I'm never going to be apologetic about that. And you guys shouldn't either. Because you guys pour your heart and soul and extra hours in your day into something that's fulfilling instead of watching The Bachelor or Real Housewives. I don't think people should get paid for that. So the last thing is, you have to take your idea, whatever it is right now in your head that you've been thinking about, whatever it relates to in your business, you make a decision to go after it. You take action every single day to go after it. And then you put in the hard freaking work to follow through, because things don't come easy in this business. They don't come fast. It's not instant gratification. You can put a ton of work in today and it not pay off until 3 months from now. And that's hard for our society because everybody's like text, email, like on a photo, instant. That's not how this works, right? Transformations like Amy's takes time. Noelle getting her pre-baby body back is frustrating. It takes time, but she's going to do it. She's going to keep showing up, and she's going to have those abs by summer. I know she is. But those things you have to just keep at the forefront of your mind, because this doesn't happen quick. And I think also shutting off the comparison game. If you guys haven't done this yet, stop watching other people, coaches or people in your life that bring you down. Take them off of your social media, take them off of your radar, take them off of your life if you need to, because you need every ounce of yourself to do great things, right? You need to be the best version of yourself. And if somebody else is distracting you from that, you need to remove them. And you can only control what you can control. So that is my kind of biggest takeaways from NLC. I just think that the bottom line for this whole thing is everything that I've done, the only difference between me and you is time and effort, and just willing to learn and grow through the process. And that's pretty cool. And everybody listening to us right now, the only difference between them and you guys is you're willing to say yes to working on yourself. And that's kind of hard to admit, right? None of us like to admit we have things we need to work on, but taking that first step is huge. But you guys are proof that anybody, any normal person out there listening right now can do this. They can step up to the plate and work on themselves first. And then through that journey, they get to inspire other people, to inspire other people, to inspire other people. And then the love just grows. And all that negativity we've experienced the past couple of months with all the political stuff going on, it just kind of goes to the wayside, right? Because what we're doing is a mission. It's a mission to end the trend of obesity. And that's really, really important. So I hope you guys don't take that lightly. I'm going to say goodbye to live. Thank you guys for tuning in, and throw me some love if you love this. But when we end this, I did want to share with you guys something that I got from corporate. One second. So you guys know when you go diamond, you get a corporate mentor. Thanks, Noelle. And they work with you one-on-one, and you choose to plug into them or not. And so I don't even know what time it is. I want to make sure I respect your time. Okay, 5 more minutes. And so when you get to diamond, they kind of work with you, but you have to kind of choose to show up. When you get to 1 star, you get a one-on-one mentor. Like, you can ask them questions. They can help you when things go wrong. Like somebody's Success Club points were wrong last month. And so I was like, hey, change this, get them up to Success Club. And they did. And so it's really helpful, as you grow your team. And when you get to 2 star, you get to work with even higher level people in corporate. And I guess I didn't really mention this on my live video. We got to tour corporate headquarters this past weekend. And everybody there was so, like, you could just tell the culture was happy. Like, they all work extremely hard. I mean, this job is not hard, but they value us so much. And they are so thankful to be there. Like, you could, when you could just feel the energy in a place. They of course had Shakeology people making them shakes whenever they wanted, which was awesome. Like, I need one of those. But I walked into headquarters, and the elite and premier names were on that board. Every single one of them. And for those of you guys that don't know what elite and premier is, it basically means helping 2 to 5 of your coaches elevate their business to a leader's level. That's all you got to know. It's helping a lot of people together. It's a team goal. It's a we goal. And it's something that everybody on this call tonight knows that they're a piece of that puzzle. Because Noelle and I have our eyes on elevating our team to that level, not because I want the elite jacket or something silly like that, because I want to prove that together we can do really hard things. We can do something what the top 0.01% of coaches in this network do. And we can do it because we changed a lot of lives and we got a lot of transformations. I mean, how cool would it be for you guys to say, I was a part of a top 200 team this year? Freaking awesome. Noelle and I both are going to be doing that. And we have times of doubt. We have times of fear. We have times of like, I don't know what I'm doing. So I don't want you to think you have to figure it all out. But my point of this is I don't know if you guys know this, but I love sending handwritten cards and I love getting them. So today I got a handwritten card from Beachbody Corporate, and they said, "We appreciate your fire and energy to help end the trends of obesity, loneliness, and living paycheck to paycheck." That's what you guys are doing. You're making a huge difference. You're a great leader, and we're grateful to have you a part of Team Beachbody. Thank you for being a part of NLC. Guys, I mean, it's so simple, but like, it's the little things that matter. Send your challengers cards in the mail. Do it tomorrow. Surprise them. Don't tell them you're doing it. Send your coaches cards in the mail. I try to do it from time to time. I haven't been that good lately. But those little things, that 50 cents matters. Because it's things like this that make the difference between somebody just like plugging out of the team and getting on calls when they want. Do you guys realize it's so important to be on these team calls? If you don't do personal development the rest of the week, I don't care, as long as you get on team calls. Because there's a magic that happens here. And there's a fire that we're all connected. We want something out of this. I want you to connect to that tonight. Because you guys all deserve to be there next year. And I hope you all have that on your vision board. It was just really the first time that I had felt like, okay, they care about what I think. You know, because you think, oh, I'm just a part of this big company, and sometimes they like my posts, but like, you know, that is what it is. They're like, they literally came up and said, what can we do to be better? And what do you think about X, Y, and Z? So that was kind of my little tidbit. I don't know if that was helpful or not. I'd love to take any questions you guys have or you want to know more about. Like, I always get hot and sweaty during these things. Shoot them away. Noelle, what do you got? Anybody?
I was just saying I get hot and sweaty too during calls.
Don't leave me hanging. Is there anything you guys wanted to know specifically about NLC, like what you do or what it's about or anything like that? I will say they did pay for my hotel room, which was super nice because it was like $400 a night or something like that. And you had to have 60 elite points to get there. Basically, all you guys need to focus on is getting transformations, and those elite points will come. Just get transformations. Notice I didn't say Success Club. I didn't say rank. Just get transformations. We're like in thinking mode. Anybody? Did anything resonate with you guys or strike a chord? Brittany, you want me to unmute you? Go for it.
I'm like waving desperately. I'm curious, you said something about that you were collaborating with a fellow coach or something like that. So I was curious.
I didn't even tell you guys like the biggest thing. So they had 3 different speakers at NLC. One of them was Melanie Mitro, who's the top coach in the network. The other one was Micah Folsom, who's also, she's been a coach for a while, but very successful. And Ashley Smith, who's a coach from Atlanta, and she actually finished number 8 in the network, and she's 6.5 months pregnant. Proof that you can do anything. And she also has a toddler. Her and her husband were there, and I have like very briefly from afar met them at Beachbody Corporate came to Atlanta a couple months ago, and they had a diamond night. It was like 30 people, so it was not, you know, just a quick little thing. And I think that's the thing when you guys get to diamond, like working with corporate, such a different level because they make you think about things differently and they push you outside your comfort zone and they really hold you accountable. It's just like another external person to say, Amy, what's your numbers this week? Like, tell me how many new people you talk to. And you're like, oh shit. But so I met her briefly, and it was funny. Maggie, who was staying with me, she went to Virginia Tech with me. We were mixing our Shakeology in yogurt because like we didn't have water and we didn't have a container to mix it. It was really weird. But we kept spilling it all over the place. And Ashley was there prepping for her speech. And guys, she was at NLC as a 2-star diamond last year, and she finished as number 8 in the network this year. Talk about you can do anything you set your mind to. So she was sitting there, like you could tell she was nervous to present because she's never presented at a corporate event, you know, to new leaders. And she started laughing at us because we were just spilling Shakeology everywhere. And I was like, yeah, I'm from Atlanta too. Like, and she's like, I knew you looked familiar. And so every time we kept bumping into them, like in line for lunch or at a happy hour, her husband was there. And every time they talked about the business, they said, yeah, we do this or we do that. It was a very we together thing. So she used to be a teacher and she recently left her job. But it was very united front. So he does calls with some of the husbands, and that's why I'm excited to have our spouse call on Monday. I think that's going to be so beneficial for you guys. But between corporate and Ashley knowing I was in Atlanta, the market council here has not been that good. For Super Saturdays, there's a market council that runs each of them. And basically, I'm going to be on the Atlanta Market Council with her now. So that's my big announcement. I haven't even told my team that yet. But I'm super excited about it. And I think it will just give us even more insight access to what it takes. But guys, it's really simple. Just connect with people, ask them, invite them. I've been sending 20 invites the past 3 weeks, and I am shocked at the people I haven't even gotten a chance to form a relationship with have said, yes, tell me about it. And do you know why they've said that? Because I've showed up every day proving to them that I'm doing this. And they can go through my social media and see I am. So when you show up every day, you earn the right to ask. That's how I kind of see it. So that was my big announcement. Do you guys have any other questions? That Empower Hour that I shared is from her. Yeah, Noelle already has it printed out, and I think it will be super helpful. Yeah, she's got it going on. Yes, guys, this is helpful at all? Did it inspire you? Any big takeaways?
I'm about to go live about this in my team page, but literally, guys, I printed the packet out that Danielle shared. I went to FedEx. I got a fancy little binder or whatever this is called. This cost me $13. And this is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the month, because sometimes you just need to change it up to get excited about your business again. So thanks for sharing that, Danielle.
Of course. I hope you all are signed up for Super Saturday, because I'm telling you, events.
Danielle, I'm curious what the setup, like how many days was it? Or is it kind of just like a daily, or you have a session every hour, or what was the setup like?
So I went in on Thursday, and they had like a happy hour that night. Joel and Jericho were there. Carl was there. You get photos with them. To me, it's no big deal because I've done it a couple times, but it is cool. And then they had everything was open bar, which was nice. And then Friday, we went to headquarters in the morning. So they bussed us to Santa Monica. It took like an hour with traffic. And we walked through. We just missed being on the surge. I don't know if you guys have watched the surge from this past week, but the 9 a.m. group went through on the surge, and we were 10 a.m., whatever. But they walked us through headquarters. We got to see their gym at corporate. If you saw my Instagram story or my video, it kind of walks you through some of that. The coolest thing about headquarters, guys, Carl always talks about this wall he writes on. It is phenomenal. I posted a video about it, I think, yesterday. He just writes quotes and different inspirational things just in Sharpie markers all over this wall he walks into when he comes in. And when you're there, it's like, whoa, like he really, really cares. And he cares about quality, and he cares about just putting in the hard work and figuring stuff out. That's who I want to back. That's why I work so hard. So that was super cool. They had you just kind of like see behind the scenes, their kitchen and stuff like that. But I think for me, seeing the wall of names of coaches was super inspiring and fires me up to like Team Glow Diggers is going to be on there next year, not Danielle. Like, I'm going to ask them if we can do Team Frankly Fierce and Team Glow Diggers, because it's you guys, it's not me, right? So we did that, and then Friday night they had another little happy hour kind of thing. Saturday was all No, Friday afternoon they started training. So they had 2 or 3 speakers. Each of the speakers spoke 2 times, sorry. And then corporate mentors like Michael Neiman, Jeff Hill, Darren O'Lean, who's the co-creator of Shakeology, spoke. They also had a compliance presentation, which I need to share with you guys because there's some important things with that. And a financial person. So they had a bunch of sessions. It was like back to back Friday afternoon and then all Saturday, but they were like 30-minute sessions. We got a swag bag of a bunch of stuff. I should share that photo with you guys. And I think it's really just like, I saw my coach go to this last year and I was like, I'm going to be there this year. Like, there's just, I don't know how, I don't know exactly what to do, but I'm going to figure it out. And I'm just going to help a lot of people and it will happen. And then, yeah, Sunday I left early. But Saturday night they had a big dinner and we had this like team competition where you had to throw darts at balloons and they mix you up in your region. It was really kind of silly. Like you had to answer questions for trivia and they asked how much an all access challenge pack was, like stupid stuff. But, you know, it was all in fun. Throwing darts at balloons with people drinking doesn't sound like a great idea. But the most important thing is, guys, on Beachbody trips, they feed you. It's not salads, okay? I'm just telling you that. Sliders and chocolate fondue were a part of it. So, yeah, does that kind of answer your question?
Yeah, cool, thanks.
So, yeah, I just took off Thursday and Friday because I wanted more time in LA, but you could go in Friday morning. Anything else, guys? I know this was a little bit long. Well, I will send you guys the recording. Thank you so much for putting in the time. It really matters to me that you guys showed up. And I can't wait to see you guys rock this month. March 2nd, guys. We have so much time, but I want you to treat every day as a gift to go give this gift to somebody else. So light that fire, believe in yourself, and go do it. All right? Thank you.